But viewers, time now to interact with the management of a String Metaverse. We have the founder and CFO Krishna, Mohan, Meenavalli joining us on the show. And hi and good morning. Welcome to the show. Could you give the key update on earnings performance about String Metaverse in the quarter gone by? What have the numbers looked like this time?
Sure. So as of this year, financial 24-25, String Metaverse sits at a revenue of 407 crores with a PAT of 35 crores, which is an exponential jump, 170% jump from the previous years, which is around 151 crores, and the PAT sits around like 10.82 crores. And yeah, these numbers show, the potential of, the Web3 space, the Web3 space that String Metaverse is delving into.
Right. Wanted to understand what's a brief overview of String Metaverse, if you could help our viewers with that.
Yeah, so String Metaverse, we are a Web 3.0 company that is primarily focused on building games on the Web3 space, building communities around them, and then providing liquidity to these communities through various digital assets. And also, we are the only and listed Web3 company that's on the Indian market. It's a Bombay Stock Exchange. And yeah, we just, as I mentioned before, we just closed with 407 crores revenue with a PAT of almost 35 crores.
Okay, Krishna, also help us understand your global structure a little bit better and what are the key drivers of growth. If you could help us understand that as well, along with a breakdown of your global structure.
Yeah, so our main key driving factors for this growth comes from the stellar revenue that we presented for, which 95% of this revenue is generated from our play to earn games through our communities, and we have a user base that sits at like 4 million users. The attention economy itself is like around 7 trillion, and we have the global gamers sit around 3 billion, and we are now sitting at 4 million users. We are targeted to reach 10 million users down the line, but our whole aim is to capture 1% of the whole gamer base, at least, which is equal to 30 million users in the next 3 to 4 years. And coming to our global structure, so our parent company itself is in India. Of course, it's listed, and it's got 100% subsidiary holdings in Dubai, Hong Kong, and Ras Al Khaimah. And that's where most of which 95% of our revenue is generated from, Hong Kong, Dubai, and RAC. Gaming revenue, our digital treasury assets revenue, and only like around 5% of the revenue is like generated in India, which is ad revenue. So that's our company structure.
Right. And can you explain your digital advisory and how does your treasury strategy work? If you could help our viewers understand much better about that.
Yeah. So most of the funds we raise and most of the profits that we generate from our said gaming revenues are all again channeled into our digital advisory treasury service management services, where we allocate these funds into stable currencies like USDT stable, and then into big treasuries like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Then we also, of course, have our own high frequency trading table where we provide volume on centralized and decentralized exchanges. And in fact, as of last month, we hit around like $500 million of volume on centralized exchanges through our high frequency trading. And of course, and then we also have our own options desk, which we are like doing with QCP Capital, where all our funds are again put into Bitcoin, and we run Bitcoin treasury yield services. That's one part of it that comes into the whole high frequency trading. The other part is where we invest into other up and coming Web3 companies, where these said companies, they have a product and then they have a token, a Web3 token, and these tokens need a liquidity, and therefore that's where we come in with our digital assets treasury services, where we provide liquidity to these set tokens. We take stake in them. We help their business grow. We provide, we generate volumes, etc. And of course, we take a cut in the fees. So that's primarily how our digital assets services works.
Okay, and also, Krishna, help us understand. We've been hearing buzz about a fundraising announcement. Could you help us get the get a better understanding on that? What's the amount? What's the exact purpose? If you could just help us understand this announcement that we've been hearing about.
Yeah, so we just closed a 50 crore rights issue fundraise last month, and the purpose of this fundraise was to allocate these said funds into team expansion, obtaining licenses in various countries like Hong Kong, Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, and now we're expanding into Canada and Singapore as well. And of course, to allocate a portion of it to our digital advisory services, our treasury management, and yeah, of course, tech development. One other thing is also to further develop our tech, set up our blockchain infrastructure, our cloud infrastructure, set up nodes on various networks like blockchain, Solana, Sui, Ethereum. So that's where most of the fund will be used. And for our upcoming fundraise, which is going to happen in another 3 weeks, that's also going to be another rights issue where we'll raise around 50 crores. So the reason we're going with the rights issue approach is we haven't met the public NPS yet, and with this rights issue, we will be reaching it. Or else we could have opted in for another preferential route or some other route. And once we do reach this MPS, we will have other avenues opened up for us where we can fundraise through other avenues like FCCB or convertible nodes or foreign institutions, QIPs, etc.
Right, Krishna, we leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the very best for your company and the growth prospects going ahead. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.